Stop telling yourself you're being smart. You're not protecting your energy. You're padding your cage. You've built a life where nothing sharp can touch you. Then you wonder why you feel dull. You call it strategy. I call it surrender with better branding. And if that stings, good. You're the one I'm talking to. You want uncommon results while designing a day that avoids friction. That's fantasy. Here's the ugly truth. Your comfort isn't neutral. It's training you. It's teaching your brain that effort is danger. Every time you back away from the edge, you shrink. You tell yourself, comfort is a plan. You've got language for it: balance, recovery, conserving energy, preventing burnout. It sounds mature, responsible. I'll push later. I just need to recharge. But look at your track record. Later has become a place where your goals go to die. You have convinced yourself that easing off now will help you go harder soon, but soon never comes. Because easing off is the only thing you practice with consistency. Don't tell me you can grind when it matters if you always choose soft when it's optional. You're not conserving capacity, you're avoiding the very stress that builds it. And it feels true, doesn't it? Avoidance gives instant relief. Say no to the workout, you feel the tension drop. Delay the tough call, and your chest loosens. Skip the hard conversation, your evening is quieter. You post a sentence about self-care and strangers applaud you like you did something brave. Your phone rewards you with dopamine the second you leave the battlefield. No alarms go off, nothing explodes, you still pay the bills, all green lights on the dashboard. So you tell yourself, see, nothing's broken. But invisible doesn't mean harmless. Pain that doesn't scream grows roots. This is how a man becomes domesticated by comfort while convincing himself he's being wise. Here's the mechanism you don't want to see. Your brain learns fast. It links your choices to how you feel right after. When you push through resistance and it's uncomfortable, your threat system lights up. When you back off, that threat drops and you get relief. Repeat that enough times and your biology starts paying you more for escape than for engagement. That's not philosophy. That's how habits get carved into your nervous system. You train your instincts without meaning to. Effort becomes tagged as unsafe. Avoidance gets labeled as protection. Now even thinking about starting a hard task sends a small spike of alarm, and you obey. Not because you're weak in some cosmic way, because you've been running the wrong drills. Fear becomes intelligent when it learns to speak your language. And understand this, your organism isn't saving energy like you think. It's shrinking capacity. When you never carry weight, your muscles don't hold readiness, they atrophy. When you never sit with discomfort, your tolerance for friction drops, your baseline tightens. Now small loads feel heavy. Minor stress feels major, simple risks feel reckless. What used to be a warm-up becomes a wall. You call it fatigue, but it's not fatigue, it's rust. It's deconditioning. You aren't tired, you're untrained. There's a difference. One gets cured by sleep, the other only changes through load. And every day you avoid that load, your ceiling lowers. You are not safe in your comfort, you are fragile in it. Watch how it shows up. Work turns into delay disguised as planning. Your calendar is full, but your outputs are thin. You spend hours sharpening pencils and never write the page. You call it setting the stage, but really it's avoiding the stage. Relationships feel demanding because intimacy requires effort, courage, truth. So you keep it casual, keep it convenient, keep it comfortable. Opportunities knock and you whisper, not the right time, because risk would expose how little stamina you built. So you choose smaller problems you can control. Tidy desk, perfect playlist, inbox zero. The petty becomes your kingdom because the real work makes your hands shake. You've built a life where you win tiny battles and lose the war. Over time, your days start organizing around minimizing discomfort. Your routines are designed not to stretch you, but to soothe you. You chase the perfect coffee, the perfect podcast, the perfect environment before you can do anything meaningful. Anxiety climbs while your world narrows. The list of things that feel like too much gets longer. The threshold where you snap gets lower. Your self-respect starts to leak because deep down you know you're ducking what matters. You tilt your standards to fit your laziness. Then you preach acceptance like it's virtue. And here's the price tag. Your comforts start supervising your commitments. Comfort is expensive. It will bill you in confidence. It will overcharge you in pride. It will tax your future and call it peace. Then one day the crack shows. Not on some dramatic failure. On an ordinary Tuesday. You wake up with no fire. Even small tasks feel oppressive. Making a call feels like a mountain. Writing one email feels like lifting a truck. You take a break, then another, then another. You tell yourself you're recovering. But rest no longer restores you because you haven't earned it. You've been practicing quitting, not recovery. Recovery is the return to strength after work. Quitting is the return to comfort after avoidance. You've built stamina for escape. So when you try to dig, your shovel breaks on the first inch. There's nothing in your tank because you never trained to hold pressure. The truth lands and it tastes bitter. You're not burned out, you're bored out, sold out, hollowed out by habit. Here's the turn you must make if you want out. Discomfort is not proof you're unsafe. It is the stimulus that recalibrates safety. It's the signal your system uses to expand. The cold shock that teaches your nerves they can hold more. The first hard reps that tell your brain, we survived this. That is how confidence is formed. You don't become confident by thinking. You become confident by surviving reality. You earn the right to relax after confronting the thing that makes you twitch. You get stronger by asking more from yourself than comfort wants to allow. And yes, your fear will argue. It will sound smart. It will use soft words. It will talk about timing and optimization and self-love. See it clearly. That voice is not wisdom. That's your threshold bargaining, trying to stay low. So you redesign your day. You make a law. Comfort follows effort, not before, not during, after. You stop looking for perfect conditions. You initiate at the first micro flinch. That moment where your hand hesitates, your mouth goes dry, your thumb scrolls to escape. Kill it. Move. Stand. Dial. Write. Step into the cold, not because the cold is special, but because it is honest. Start the lift before your brain collects a committee. Speak the truth before the room decides how safe it is. When you feel the urge to delay, use it as a starting gun. This is how you retrain your nervous system. You teach it that effort is where life is. You use deliberate friction as the gate that unlocks ease. You let your body learn through repetition that stress is not the enemy. You show it, day after day, that energy is generated under load, not found on the couch. You don't need to chase pain for its own sake. You're not a martyr. You're a man building capacity. Start practical and ruthless. Wake to your first rep before touching your phone. Choose the task that makes you gulp and do it until it's done. No warm-up laps talking about it. If you say you'll work out, it starts at the door. Shoes on, non-negotiable. If you say you'll lead, initiate the tough talk now, not after another hour of notes. If you say you'll build, ship something imperfect today, then iterate. When your body whines, breathe, push, finish, then rest hard. Tie your dopamine to completion, not to avoidance. Train your brain to pay you when you attack, not when you escape. The rewards must live on the far side of the hill. Let me be clear. This won't feel spiritual at first. It will feel mechanical, unromantic. Reps, reps, reps. You will look for inspiration, and I will tell you to execute. You will want a sign, and I will point to your next smallest hard action. You will crave certainty, and I will say, move without it. The only way through is through. The only way to raise your threshold is by loading it. You will hate this for a week. You will resist the way a weak muscle shakes under a bar. Good. That means you're under load. Keep going. In a month, your baseline will change. The task that paralyzed you will be just a task. That's a win you can feel. That's a win you keep. And when a bigger storm hits, and it will, you won't snap. You'll hold. You've been acting like energy is something the universe drops in your lap if you're gentle enough. That's not how it works. Energy comes from engagement, from moving blood, from the mind knowing it can handle heat. Fatigue is often the bill for the work you didn't do. A man with standards doesn't ask, do I feel like it? He asks, what's required? Then he does what's required. Guess what comes after? Pride. Not the chest-beating kind. The quiet kind no one can take from you. The kind that makes you walk into a room taller because you know you can count on yourself. Now let's address your favorite lies. I need to be kind to myself. Good. Be kind by being honest. You're not overtrained. You're under challenge. I'm just not motivated. Of course you're not. Motivation follows motion. You earn the chemistry by stepping into the work before you feel it. I tried and it didn't stick. You tried like a tourist. You visited discipline. You took pictures. Then you went home. You don't visit this. You live here. Or you accept that comfort owns you. There is no third option. The life you want is hidden behind the actions you avoid. Numbness is not peace. Calm is not always relief. Sometimes it's the silence of your gifts gathering dust. Sometimes it's the quiet of a lion on a leash. You're not burned out on effort. You're burned out on the mental gymnastics of avoiding it. Stop building complicated stories to justify simple quitting. You don't need a system to start. You need to start. build the system after. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be the man who moves while afraid. Capability doesn't magically appear because you stay gentle with yourself. It grows when you put your hands on the thing that scares you and you don't let go. The world won't adjust to your softness. It won't apologize for your discomfort. It will test you on the standards you advertise. You say discipline, prove it when your mood is low. You say masculinity, prove it by holding weight without complaint. You say confidence, prove it by committing in public and delivering under pressure. You want success? It's not behind hacks. It's between you and the hill you've refused to climb. That hill hasn't moved. It's watching you. Every day you walk past it, you get smaller. Every day you run at it, you get larger, whether anyone claps or not. Make this your new equation. If it matters, it gets daily friction. Not weekly, not when inspired, daily. Your body must learn that we go even when, we go even tired, we go even stressed, we go even scared. You are reprogramming a nervous system that was taught to flinch. The only language it understands is behavior. You can journal about it. You can affirm it in the mirror. Fine. But if your feet don't move, your brain knows you're lying. Start with what threatens your comfort the most. Truth, effort, exposure. Lean in, take the hit, survive it, then do it again tomorrow. Watch what happens to your sense of safety when you link it to your own action instead of your environment. And let me tell you the prize, because it's not just hustle porn. It's not noise. It's steadiness. It's trust in yourself. It's walking into hard rooms with a nervous system that expects load and settles under it. It's being the man who doesn't waste energy bargaining with avoidance because avoidance is no longer his reflex. That makes you calm. That makes you dangerous in the best way. Other people hit resistance and fold. You hit resistance and focus. Other people look for permission. You look for the next rep. Other people bargain with their standards. You let your standards lead. That's masculine composure. That's earned ease. That's comfort following effort like a shadow you can trust. None of this makes you special. It makes you responsible. You don't get to blame your schedule, your boss, your partner, or your childhood if you're still refusing the basic work that would change your chemistry. You are not a victim of your comfort. You are its architect, which means you can redesign. Tonight, not next month, not after the retreat. Tonight, you plan tomorrow's friction and you guard it like oxygen. You go to bed early because you said you would. You wake up when you said you would. You start with the task that makes your stomach flip. You stop negotiating when it's time to move. You shut your exits. You finish, then you rest. That's the loop. Effort first, ease second. You repeat it until your body expects it, until your body would feel wrong avoiding it. Stop being a man defending fragile energy. Be the man who builds more. Stop treating discomfort like a verdict. Treat it like a doorway. Stop writing poetry about your potential. Show your potential what you can carry. The feelings you want, pride, certainty, power, live on the far side of hard choices. They cannot be bought, they cannot be borrowed, they must be earned under pressure. If you refuse pressure, you refuse the man you could become. Don't tell me you want it. Show me you're willing to pay in discomfort. So here's the line you cross right now. Choose your owner. Your comforts or your standards. One of them will run your day. One of them gets the first vote when you wake up. One of them sets the rules when tension hits. You already know where your current allegiance has taken you. Small, anxious, full of potential, starving on execution. Change that. Make discomfort your ally. Make your first move the hardest one you can do cleanly. Make your brain learn you go anyway. Let the man you respect lead the man you've been defending. Let that man raise your threshold so your life stops shrinking. There's no audience you need for this, no applause required, just a decision and a series of actions you don't back away from when it pinches. Because in the end, it's simple. Not easy, but simple. You are either proving to yourself that you can hold load, or you are proving to yourself that you can't. Every day, every choice, every micro flinch is a rep for one identity or the other. Pick yours and get to work. The hill is waiting, the clock is running, and you have nothing left to negotiate. Move, earn your comfort, or accept that comfort owns you.